Hey there folks, sorry it's been so long since my last update back in May, but I have obtained a PDF that is hosted on Fosborough's website, which I shall leave a link in the description below, detailing the case for St. Anne's Park's reinstatement with in-depth detail from parking issues, economic growth, environmental impact to designs and track configurations. As just mentioned, I will leave the link in the description and you'll be able to read at your leisure. And do be prepared to sit down for a while because there's 41 pages to digest. I forewarned. As before, I do think there are potential problems with regards to parking, as that's the main hurdle that the campaign will have to find the means of getting past in order to advance to the next stage. I want to focus on the design and the track configurations, as shown in the PDF. The station design itself is basic, and that's what it needs to be for an unmanned station, but the constructive critique I would make is that it should be 2 platforms on both sides of the track, as that to me keeps the situation simplified, which then leads me into the other segment of the track configuration. Whilst I understand the need to keep the flow of rail traffic running consistently, I don't think having multiple turning points is the way to go, as that just causes more problems than it need be. Now, some 2 years ago, when I read an article pertaining to the need of reinstating this once fine station, that I agreed there should be 1 platform, well, let's just say minds can be changed within the space of 3 years, and mine is no exception. Now, I am not by any means an architect nor engineer, but I honestly believe having 2 platforms without any additional track and points is the way to go. There's no need for additional signalling and engineer work to do to install points, which would cause more disruption anyway, and considering there has been enough disruption on the Great Western Main Line in the last few years with regards to track lowering in the box tunnel outside of Bath and the Winter Gardens, I think it's best just to keep it simple. That in itself, I would presume, would have been calculated in the design for when the station is likely to be reopened. The track would have been long lowered to accommodate for the overhead electric cabling in the Brunel tunnels that are adjacent to the station site. That and dealing with the potential construction of a pedestrian bridge will also be a factor to consider as to how that will be constructed, as there were no overhead cables with the original station when it was opened in 1898. And as seen on the platform layouts, there are equal plus points as minuses with the 2 platform layout with no extra track nor points, whereas the others there are less positives and more negatives. So yes, keeping it simple is more effective. I know there are some that will likely disagree with me, and that is perfectly fine. I welcome constructive opinions. But aside from my constructive critiques, I am very pleased with the findings in this PDF, and hopefully you will too. Let's make this happen, folks. Let's leave something behind for this and many generations to come, that they can be proud of us for leaving behind something good. Until next time, good night from the night.